There is just something strangely relaxing about games that have you cleaning filthy houses, washing dirty vehicles, or redesigning homes. Apparently, after spending all day working, my ideal relaxation is more work. Enter House Flipper, or rather, House Flipper Remastered. I've always been a fan of simulation games like Power Wash Simulator, Crime Scene Cleaner, and of course the House Flipper series. The basic concept behind House Flipper is actually very simple. People contact you because some room in their house has become an absolute disaster. Sometimes they want a renovation, sometimes they want a redesign. And sometimes I look at the room and wonder if a tornado went through it before they caught me. I honestly still have no idea these days that's what your character in the game does. Are they a home flipper, a designer, a cleaner? As you complete jobs and earn money, you can eventually buy your own houses, renovate them however you want, and then either sell them for a profit or use them as an office. Hence the name House Flipper. Though I will admit, it took me years before I actually looked up what a house flipper was. Apparently, according to Google, a house flipper is someone who buys rundown properties, renovates them, and then sells them for a profit. So basically, what every reality TV property show has been teaching us for years. Anyway, today we're talking about the House Flipper Remastered, which only released recently. Now, one thing I want to clarify because I made a mistake too. This is a remaster, not a remake. There's a difference. The original jobs are still here, though some have been adjusted and updated. But one of the biggest additions is something I honestly didn't expect: voice acting. And surprisingly, I quite liked it. Another small detail I appreciate is that you can now choose different player arms. I know that sounds ridiculous out of context, but in the original game, the arm you saw on screen was very obviously a man's arm. Now, there are several options, including a female arm. It's a tiny detail, but it's one of those little touches that makes the game feel more personalized. Though now I'm tempted to visit House Flipper 2 because I'm pretty sure it already had this feature. Now, unfortunately, not everything is an improvement. One thing that immediately stood out to me was the graphics, and not in a good way. The original House Flipper and House Flipper 2 looked surprisingly realistic at times. There were moments when screenshots generally looked like actual houses. The remastered version, however, somehow feels blurrier and more pixelated, even after I cranked everything to the highest settings. Now, normally I'm not someone obsessed over graphics. If the gameplay is fun, I'm happy. But in a game where the entire point is cleaning, renovating, and designing homes, the visuals matter a lot. One feature I do like though is the new item duplicator and item modifier. The item duplicator lets you copy existing furniture, which is fantastic because apparently every room in my houses needs 17 identical plants. The item modifier allows you to change colors and customize existing items, which means I can spend 30 minutes deciding between two shades of beige. There are also some brand new jobs included in the remastered version, though I haven't progressed far enough to tackle all of them yet. What keeps putting me back to House Flipper though is just how relaxing it is. There are no deadlines, no pressure, no angry clients calling every 5 minutes asking for updates. You can take as long as you want. Which is great because I sometimes spend more time choosing furniture than actually completing the renovation. Personally, I don't find it difficult to complete the 100% requirements of a job, though I have heard some players mention bugs that occasionally prevent 100% job completion. Personally, I haven't run into anything game-breaking yet, but your mileage may vary. I played House Flipper, House Flipper 2, and House Flipper Remastered on both PC and Steam Deck. Performance-wise, they all run great. That said, I definitely prefer using a mouse for painting walls. Painting with a controller isn't impossible, but it sometimes feels like I'm trying to paint my house of wearing oven mittens. One thing I will say about Frozen District is that they've always been pretty good about releasing updates and patches, so I'm hopeful they will address some of the graphical issues and continue adding new content. The original game eventually received multiple DLCs, including pets and even a farm DLC. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see more additions to the remastered version down the road. Personally though, House Flipper 2 is still my favorite. The building tools simply give you more freedom. For example, if I want wallpaper only the top half of a wall and paint on the bottom half, I can do that in House Flipper 2. In House Flipper Remastered, not so much. Right now, I'll give House Flipper Remastered a solid 7.5 out of 10. The graphics hold it back somewhat, and House Flipper 2 still offers more creative freedom. But it's still an enjoyable and relaxing experience, and I can easily see myself sinking many more hours into it. Honestly, considering how much I enjoyed games like House Flipper and Paralyzed, maybe I chose the wrong career. Maybe I should have become an interior designer instead of a video editor. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can also buy me a coffee using the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.